let's start off with the good news. Jeff has already announced that you're invited back.
That's right. Yes.
This is very exciting and maybe a little relieving.
Yes, it is very, very much so relieving. Every morning when my wife goes to work, I take a ride, and I live in Rhode Island, and I'm on the coast, so I go to the water every morning. And when I was driving there, my wife called me, and I'm like, this is honestly the first time in a while that I've been able to smile and like giggle about this whole situation. It was a burden. It was a burden for 9 months holding on to all that, and now being able to let it all out, and then be invited back. Oh, good God!
Well, let's start at the beginning a little bit. You've gone through the process to get on Survivor. You're finally standing there on the beach talking to Jeff. What are you thinking in that moment?
It's surreal. You see it on television. You up until recent seasons, they've not really showed you the fourth wall. Like, they've never really broken it. You never really get to see all the cameras and all that other good stuff. In the past couple of seasons, like, they gave you a little taste. But we were coming up on that whaler, and the only thought that I really had in my mind was, I have shoes on. I'm about to jump in the water with shoes on. My feet are gonna get soaked, and the hell with it, and just jump in. And then you're running up to the mat, and they show me in that slow motion thing with that. My daughter says, "Dad, you have crumbs on your mouth. You think I ate? That's not crumbs. That's sand." So, and that slow motion thing of me smiling, like, that's pure joy. That is joy to be there, and it was surreal.
Well, then it's pretty quickly that you hit your head. It seems like you're a bit stunned. You're probably in some pain. You're trying to shake it off and continue. Walk me through this situation while you're at the challenge.
Yeah. So, we're getting ready to do the challenge, and your adrenaline is just bubbling over, and you're ready to go, and you're anxious, and you're eager, and you just want to just get there. So you shoot out of the cannon, at 100 miles an hour, and I go through the first one, I go to the second one, and bang. It's just reality kicks in. There were no thoughts going through my mind aside from that board. So there wasn't anything there, but then kind of snap to, and you're like, well, I got to finish this challenge. I gotta do this for my tribe. And you go through and you finish the challenge, but throughout the course of the challenge, in thinking back to it, there weren't any real thoughts of even the size of the block that I was holding on my shoulder. I wasn't thinking about the weight of the block. I wasn't thinking about anything else. I just wanted to take that block, throw it on the table, and just go, like, have the next person go, or the next group go. So this is a long answer to saying, like, there was nothing really in my mind. It was just like, wanted to finish that challenge.
And okay, so you might be a bit blurry during this challenge, but do you remember why Carolyn kept throwing the ring, trying to get it off the pole? Were you able to swap her out at any time?
If I remember correctly, in regards to, and I believe Jeff might have said it. I had a party last night, so I was able to hear a little bit, but you couldn't swap out. You have to finish out. You have to get your ring. And that's like anything else. That's a part of this microcosm of Survivor, in saying that, listen, you're there for a reason, and we as a tribe are going to ride or die with you, and we, you sit there and you're encouraging the whole 9 yards, and if she makes it, she makes it. If she doesn't, she doesn't, and it's okay. Like, that's what some people, like, being afraid to fail, afraid to apply for Survivor. Like, why just do it. There's nothing that's going to stop you other than you.
Yes, that's good advice, everybody. Back at camp, tell me, how were the personal dynamics? Were you bonding with anyone?
It was because I was there for a short period of time, as we all know, it's well documented. I was in my headspace was not there. I was able to, with short conversations as a group, I was able to have those conversations with them. And that's how I was able to bond with them for that period of time, but there was
Mhm.
nothing that was solidified by way of, who you're working with, like there was none. There was just me on a personal level getting to know people, because that's the way that I played the game. Is I wanted to be the social aspect of it. I wanted to be able to meet people, know them, to kind of see how they tick and how they work and stuff like that. And then, if they want to give me the information, they give it to me. If they want to give me false information, I'll run with it, because just give. I'm working with what you give me.
Mhm.
But there wasn't anything that was like too in depth by way of finding an alliance of any sort.
Did you have an assessment on your tribe? Did you feel like this was a good group or strong?
I thought our tribe was amazing.
Mhm.
Thought our tribe was absolutely amazing. I still think it to this day, and watching yesterday, absolutely amazing. We there was, I don't know if it's a new era of Survivor and how this is working out, or the amazing job that casting did, but I loved, the way that we were able to, at least for the time that I was there, I was able to see that, you know, what you guys saw on television. Everybody's smiling, everybody's
Mhm.
laughing, happy, cracking
Mhm.
jokes, kind of talking about our lives.
We see sort of the pain is creeping in now. What brings you to the point to sort of walk off towards medical?
So my my pain level at that point, like, well, throughout the course of the day, it was a 7 out of 10. My
Mhm.
head constantly hurt, no matter what it is. What I did, I walked, I felt it. You're talking, you get to a certain point where you're talking, now it starts hurting even more. Like, it's kind of like a meter that kept going up
Mhm.
and down. And then at one point in time, I had moved in a way that I jolted forward and kind of stopped myself. And when I did that,
Mhm.
everything hurt, and then it went straight to a 10. So when you saw me walking off, my head was at a 10 probably for about 20 minutes prior to that. And I
Mhm.
just tried to like breathe and tried to, you know, just zen myself a little bit. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't do it any longer.
And then Jeff shows up and they're telling you you're going to be pulled, you have to go. Are you just absolutely devastated at this point?
Yeah. Yeah. That was that was tough, but I understood why.
Mhm.
Because the medical team did a great job. They kept their eye on me the entire time. They assessed me, thoroughly. So when I, kind of put my hand in the sand, if you will, and I'm holding on to the sand because I know that time's coming, but I can hear the conversations that they're having in
Mhm.
regards to what they think it might be. It could be a brain bleed, it could be this, that, and the other. Now you don't mess with that. Now it's like, okay,
Mhm.
like I got to be able to go home to my kids and my family and my life. And I just can't, off of a fluke accident, I can't jeopardize that, and they can't jeopardize it either. If they
Mhm.
asked me, Bruce, do you want to stay? I would have been like, just give me some ibuprofen or something. I don't know. I'll stay, and I'll be fine. But
Right.
it was not up to me to do so, and they pulled me.
Right. And you really don't want to mess with head injuries. My goodness.
Yeah.
Uh, were you concussed? What was the protocol here after you leave?
Yeah. So I went and I got a CT scan.
Mhm.
They made sure that there was no bleeding on the brain, any of that stuff. So that was clear from that, but it was definite that I had a concussion.
Mhm.
I coached football for 11 years, both on the youth and the high school level, and I have to be certified in concussion protocol. 110%. There's no getting around it. You can't coach if you
Mhm.
don't. And I knew off the bat that I had it: light sensitivity, sensitive, like
Mhm.
hearing, stiff neck, nausea, all that stuff. So I checked every single box, check, 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 check,
Mhm.
and you know that was the outcome of it.
Well, you've gotten a taste of Survivor, what it's
You
really
call that a
like.
taste? I don't think that was a taste. That
Oh,
was one of those things. You go to, like, you go, you get ice cream, and they're like, "Oh, can I try that flavor?" And they give you that little thing, and you just, can you put more on it, please? Like, yeah,
it's like the tiniest appetizer, the tiniest little taste of what it really is like to be on Survivor. So, was there a lesson? Was there anything that you picked up in these like maybe 12 hours that you can take into your next season?
yes, and it is not all challenges are won in the first stage.
Mm.
Be quick,
Mhm.
but be precise. I'm
Mhm.
gonna run as fast as I can. My daughter even said to me today, my daughter's like, Dad, you run as fast as you want, stop, drop, and crawl. I'm like, all right, good. I'll take your advice for that. Thank you. But that's what I would learn. It would just be that, it's this game is that it's a game, and depending on the challenge can be, it could be a marathon, not a sprint. So
Mhm. Okay, good. That is a good lesson. Okay. I can't wait to see you play a full season. Uh, if you could sum up this experience for you in one word, what would it be?
one word.
That sigh. That was it.
That could be it. If I can sum it up into one word, it would probably be ellipsis.
Mm, okay. Profound. I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today, Bruce.
Thank you very much.